We continue learning Dirshu Mishnah Bura. We're in the middle of Hilchos Birchas Apeiros, Siman Reish Beis, and we're up to Sif Zayin, which the Mechaber begins by discussing Tamarim. We have dates that are shemiachan biyad; they are crushed by hand. V'asamem isa, and you make a dough out of them. Says the Mechaber, as we turn over to the next page over here, V'hoitzi me'em agarinim, and you remove the pits, even though they're mushed into a dough and they have no pit, the bracha does not change. You make a eitz and a eitz and a al ha'itz. Says the Rama, hanikra peveldol mevarach lein bar eitz. V'yishayim levarach leim shahakol. V'tovlach shel chatchil levar shahakol am lemir bar eitz yatsa kein Yatza kikein nira iker. Says Mishnah Berurah Sivkatan mem shemiachon that they were crushed biyad with your hand. V'asam and isa, and he made with them a dough. Says the Mishnah Berurah Pirush, what does this mean? Av shenisrasik al yidei, it's pulverized. Legamri completely. If you lachi, you still mevarich bar b'yait. Mishom, what's the reason? Since there's still mamashas, it's still part of the fruit that is there. Shaykh levarich aleim pri ha'itz. V'odilinin priya dama kigayin eder apple shemiachan v'asa kiisa. I believe an eder apple over here is, if you look at the bottom over here, it's a tapuach adama. So if you have a potato which is mashed up, but it's like a dough, you're still going to retain its original fruit, and therefore it will be a hadama. It will be hadama, but just be careful that it's not like instant potatoes, which question whether there's a potato there at all. But if it's a potato that's cooked and it's just, falling apart, it's still going to be a hadama. Sivkata mem alav anikra peveldol sha'ise megud ginos v'sharminim sha'maitzin garinim v'ashal masani cook it together achu nimoichel legamri. V'yesharmim, some say no, you don't make ha'itz, rather you mevarech aleim sha'akol. But then nachlu achrayim. Says Mishnah Berurah, what is the machlekes? Yesh me'em sheshavim the yesharmim loy pali kiyama peveldol. That this yesharmim is only arguing the peveldol misham shani b'chli gamri, it's completely destroyed. Lenikos surasing klal, and you don't see the tsura is not nikar at all. Aval b'dina machaber demari b'tvarim shenisrasku. But when it comes to dates which are crushed, nikar tayran v'surasan, that you could see the form of the date. Even when it is completely crushed, you still see that it was a date. Then even the Yesh Ayrim, very important, is Maidid Mvarech Priya Eats. That's one way of learning. The Yesh Bim Shesayim, the Yesh Ayrim Polygi Gamma Din Machaber. And some say that no, the Yesh Amrim does argue even on the Din of the Machaber. It's really to keep Din Askuli Gamri. Once it's completely pulverized, you make a shak. Uladina. So what do we do when we have such a massive world war? Says the Mishnah Berurah, a nafka mina bazet. And if the Yesh Amrim Polygama to Marmshin Israsku, even if you're going to tell me that the Yesh Amrim argues, Mikol Makom Halacha, Kaim Alon Gedaza Machaber. And that is the cloud. We can take that one to the bank, that whenever the fruit, the mamashis, is still there, you retain its original bracha. V'rak, befeveldol she'ibi kol tzurasai, v'loiniker klal maihu, oz lechatchil varishakol, chrasar amad, bracha zu yotza al kol b'diavad, achein le'inyan bracha achrayna. And we have a different problem. Bracha rishayna, you took care of. What a bracha achrayna? Ein eitzah misarmid inin dvarim shu mishivas aminim. If it's a shivas aminim and it's this suffix pulverized, you can have a big problem with these simulations. Give the brachas b'rein nefashos rabbis. Ein oi poiteres bein shalom bein shalom poiteres b'rein nefashos rabbis. Let's you eat both of them, then lift their gamzeh and manavshach. So says the Mishnah Berurah, number one, we paskin, once the tzura is there, you make ha'itz. Number two, what do you do about, even if you want to go with the Yesh Ayrim, you get messed over with the bracha achrayna. Because l'maisa shivas aminim, so you can't make a brain of fashes. So Lamaisa says Mishnah Berurah, you can make a al ha'it, because at the end of the day, you ate tomorrow makes setchel. Varish hakos if got them gimel valkain eggers and igdinis and mullinis creates possession seichatin I say marachan I say b'devash v'sukkar varchleit shahakol. This sounds like some sort of fruit drink that had completely pulverized. You add sugar and other wonderful entities into it. Then it is a shahakol. Kivshe merusakim because it is crushed, pulverized, v'nimochan and squished, ligamri and oven me'am surasan. So. But b'diavad, if you made its own bracha, you are yaitz. We finish with Sivkat Memdal. You're yaitz v'im roiv derech hachlosos aperos hu alidei risik. What if this fruit, the majority, the way that you eat it is via the risuk, is via the crushing of lechatz chila? You're gonna make brachas aruah bim b'dim breis obri adama. Keep going. Michael Shembashem Midluim Shekayin Kirbis, of course. Kirbis is a type of gourd. V'chein Ingeber, which is a type of ginger. Vishare Bisamim, I apologize, my highlighter stopped working. Shchukim, which is crushed. Sha'oichlin Im Sukar, they eat it with sugar. Mevarchem Bar Briha Dama. Vayin Likaman. Vayin Likaman. Vayin Likaman. Siman Reish Ches, Simches Baga, Umidinim Elu. So let's just finish with the Dirshu over here. My Dirshu stopped working. And we finish up with the Dirshu over here, note number 45. Because based on what we're saying, it seems that anything that you see the tzura of the fruit, it retains its original bracha. So note number 45, what do we have with Livivot? Those who don't know what a Livivot is, Dirshu does us a favor, and they tell us what are Livivot, that which we call Latkes. Says the Gainer Shem Zalman Arbach, the bracha is Bayir Piyadama Shabdara Klal, it's still nicker that it came from a potato. Whereas Yashiv comes along and says, it's Pashit, do you make a Bayir Piyadama? So clearly, latkes, we're going to make a hadama. What about the Heilige Kugel? Says the Dirshu over here, it's also made from potatoes. Says the Shlomo Zalman Nachamol, it's hadama. Says the Shevet Alevi, a kugel, that it's from teeny little pieces, it's hadama. Says from this in Karelets, that all these items, they have a new tzura, comes along from this in Sarelitz, and he says you can't tell that it's a potato, then you're going to make a shahakol, unless it is nicker. So we'll say that in a, I don't want to call it an average kugel because we just insulted someone's kugel, but a kugel that you see the pieces, then according to everyone, it's adama, has to really, really be pulverized in order to get involved in this shayla. Now what about pira, which is made from crushed up potatoes? Says Arisid Karelitz, if it's done by hand, then he's still going to have the tzura and you make adam. And again, we're understanding over here, but if it's done in a blender, then it will be a shahakal. It could be which blade you're going to use in the food processor. But, and with this we conclude, if you have instant potatoes, which are made from the dust, the avkas of tapuch adama, says Shlomo Zalman, since they're mixed with water and it comes back together again, listen to this one. It's called nicker, and you make adama. You see the gather or Shlomo Zalman, because instant potatoes are quite liquefied, and yet even that, Shlomo Zalman looked at it and said, "Hey, it's a potato. You make adama, and v'chein ha'ir legabi chips." So we know regular potato chips, of course, are just slices of potatoes. Of course, it's adama. But what about potato chips, which are made from instant potatoes? For example, they have like I think Bloom's has those things that look similar to Pringles. They're made similar, and therefore they're made from the instant potatoes. Berachasa is by Dama, similar to Yashiv of Scheinberg. The Ishla Avram writes, on the other hand, that no, that only bread that crushed up to Ikei comes back to its bracha, but not when it comes to these other items. And of course, this is a little bit of a world war, which this we're going to conclude. So lemaisa, if it's real potato chips, if it's real potatoes, if it's real kugel, real latkes, then there's no shayla. Something made from the pureed stuff, big shayla. Shlomo Zalman said it's still adama. Many say it's shakal. If it's made from the instant stuff, then again, many say shakal. But here Shlomo Zalman holds his own, and we'll pick it up from here. B'siyata dishmaya.